You're watching a TGM production. Mock the Week is back. It's 2026, and welcome to Inside the Panel Shows. This news has just been announced as of 8:10 a.m. on the 13th of January 2025, and this article is from the British Comedy Guide, which is where I got this information, written by Jay Richardson. So, in October 2025, it was announced that TLC was developing and changing. It was becoming Freeview, but instead of just showing Dr. Pimple Popper, My £600 Life, and other shows that are not family friendly, they're family friendly titles, it was going to still show those things. It was also going to show Dress to Impress, I think it's called, UK. No, Say Yes to the Dress, sorry. Say Yes to the Dress UK, and all the other versions of Say Yes to the Dress. It was then going to air Big Bang Theory, which is an American sitcom, Young Sheldon, which is an American spin-off of Big Bang Theory, and for the first time ever on British television, it's going to air Mandy and George's first marriage, which has never been aired on the UK TV before, giving away the rights from E4. TLC was also going to air Mike and Molly, another US sitcom. Sorry, Melissa Carthy. Do apologise, I have butchered her name horrifically. And it's bringing back Mock the Week after 3 years of being axed, cancelled, banished by the BBC. So, let's read what the new news is. Dara O'Brien returns to host Mock the Week with panellists revealed. Yes, this is officially confirmed. He originally did confirm this at the very end of the podcast, Where There's a Will, There's a Way. Also, if you look at ticketing websites for audiences for TV and radio programmes, it was on there. I don't know if this is still going to be political due to the fact that it'll air on the 1st of February, but it'll be filmed on the 27th of February, which is a Tuesday. I think it's 27th January. It's been filmed soon. So let's read what the article says from the British Comedy Guide, written by Jay Richardson. Dara O'Brien is returning to host Mock the Week, he has confirmed. 3 years after the long-running show was cancelled by the BBC. Filming of 9 new episodes for TLC channel begin later this month to air from the 1st of February, with Irish stand-up once again at the helm. Dara O'Brien told Radio Times that it was only a couple of months ago that he first heard rumblings about a revival. It might have been November. I remember the moment the big red phone in my office rang. It's the Mock phone. Finally! But it's all moved pretty quickly as benefits the show. Honestly, you can be too precious. I don't sit for a long time going, will this in any way damage the legacy of the show that we've left behind? It's just 7 people in a room telling jokes. Primarily panelists. Permanent. Pernnial. Panelist Hugh Dennis is also back, as well as former regulars Russell Howard, Angela Barnes, Ed Burns, Catherine Ryan, Milton Jones, Rhys James, Sarah Pascal, and Glenn Moore. Plus, Ahir Shan, Ellie Taylor, Sarah Keyworth, and Lou Sanders. There are the well-known names that will be joining the new version of Mock the Week, with a promise of more new names alongside the familiar ones. So, let's say new names: Helen Bauer, Anya Manganiello, Phil Ellis, trying to think of new names, Babatunde Aleshe, Mo Gilligan. It's strictly new names, but they're names that are on the telly circuit. Others like Maisie Adam. I'm thinking, trying to think of a name. A lot of the Chris McArthur-Boyd, get him on there. Ashley Stories, Roscoe McClellan. Let's have Stuart McPherson. We could have, I don't know, Grace Jarvis. She lives in the UK currently. She's an Australian stand-up. We could have, I don't know, Paul Williams. Get him over. Tom Cashman. Get him over. Just trying to think now of other comedians they could have. There's lots. Stuart Law. That's another one. I'm trying to think now. It's becoming harder for me to just reel them off. Daisy May Cooper. She would work. Richard Herring. Get him on. He's not a new name, but get him on. Anyway, that's beside the point. Trying to think of new comedians where I can picture one in my head, but I just can't think of a name. I do apologise. So anyway, back to the article. The inclusion of Howard and Ryan is somewhat surprising, given that both made clean breaks with the show after being two of its most familiar face. Yet, these are changes to the format, with the new rounds and episodes extended from 30 minutes to an hour. Wow. There's no musical sequence now. There's no nudity suddenly. I don't think there's anything particularly jarring. I just think there'll be slightly more of it, O'Brien added. But there was always more of it. We did 2.5 hours. That came down to the BBC half an hour, which was 28 minutes. There will apparently be new rounds, but I don't think there's anything that will scare the horses. That will be too drastic a change from us talking. Us talking is a mission statement, to be honest. Produced by Angus Productions for BBC Two from 2005 to 2022, with other former regulars including Andy Pearson, Frankie Boyle. And the world has changed since Mock last aired. The world has been more pantomimic and ludicrous at times. But as O'Brien told Radio Times, the world's biggest change for us is that we're no longer a Conservative government. We're no longer a Conservative government. People used to say, you always talk about the Tories. Yes, because they were the ones doing the stuff. Now, it's all about Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves. No, because we're not on BBC anymore, because they're the ones in power. Free tickets recording for new series, which begins on the 27th of January at Elstree Studios in Burnwood, Hertfordshire, are available via SRO audiences. Thank you, Jay Richardson, for breaking the news that Mock the Week has confirmed its more details. Yes, we obviously already knew back last year that Mock the Week was returning, but what we didn't know is how Mock the Week was returning, what the new look was going to be. I think the set's not going to change unless they no longer have the same set designers to do the same set as they used to do. Who knows? Difference from BBC Mock the Week to TLC Mock the Week is TLC Mock the Week has got adverts, BBC Mock the Week didn't. That's different. My only worry about TLC Mock the Week is we're not going to get as many views. It'll get cancelled within, I don't know, one series, because I'm glad that the Mock the Week brand is big enough for the British Comedy Guide, Radio Times and all this to get involved, because what we want is more people to watch it. I've never really watched TLC, but I started to get into this TLC world because of comedy coming to it, right? And I thought, yeah, I'll add TLC to my favourites on the Sky Q box so that I can track the comedy. I know we're getting Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, the Young Sheldon spin-off about George and Mandy and Mike and Molly. They're the American stuff. It's like, well, what we're going to get from British? Well, yes, we're getting Say Yes to Dress UK, which I've never seen and never will watch. And we're still getting Miss Dr. Pimple Popper and My £600 Life and that Hoarder one, which sounds absolutely horrific. It's like, right, let's look at your house. What? Really? Wow. Anyway, that's going into stand-up territory. So I think the Mock the Week could be really good in this new format. Hopefully still political, because that's what made Mock the Week successful, and hopefully it's as fun. Hopefully they still do things you wouldn't hear in a children's book. Oh look, it's Freddy Krueger, da 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 da, or whatever. Hopefully that returns, and hopefully it gets back into the zeitgeist of everyone's going to be talking about it. Hopefully Last Leg covers it because they're alive. They can say, what's it like bringing back Mock the Week? Or get Alex Brooker on Mock the Week. And because Alex Brooker's getting into stand-up. Get Ivo Graham on there. Get Harry Hill trying to do Mock the Week. Because I think it would work. And Nish Kumar and Max and Ivan. Two real excellent comedians. So I think there's scope out there. And there's enough people out there to make this work. Hopefully TLC are one of those channels that give things a breath. If they go in, oh no, Series 1 of our version of Mock the Week was terrible. Hopefully they don't cancel it. Hopefully they go, we can improve it for Series 2. Luckily, the original production company's on board. Luckily, the original people that worked on the show, who created the show, are back. Luckily, it's all coming up trumps up. Good things are ahead, so I can't wait for the new version of Mock the Week. I will be watching it. What day is the 1st of February is our final question, because I remember, I think it used to be a Thursday night, I think Mock the Week used to be on. So the 1st of February this year, if we go to February, where is it? It's a Sunday, it looks like to me. So Mock the Week will be a Sunday show. Yes, it'll be a Sunday show, which is odd. But it does mean that if any political things happen, they could do it. Will they record all 9 episodes on the same day, or will they do what Have I Got News for You does, what Breaking the News does, the news quiz, and all those other political panel shows? Will they record one a week so that it's still political, or will it no longer be political so that it will happen? And my question is, will Dave, will they get the rights to those episodes and repeat them in the future? Because that is what will make Mock the Week successful. TLC, yep, perfect way. That's going to be successful on its own, but then having its repeats a year later on, Dave will go, the people that don't know it's on TLC will see this new version and go, new episodes? And then and the first episode will probably go, hello, welcome to Mock the Week. We're now on TLC! We're back on TLC! We're back on TLC! We're back! And we're on TLC! Hopefully they make reference to the fact that they're no longer on the BBC, they're on TLC. If they do that, it means that when it repeats on Dave, which hopefully it does, it means that they can go, well, I'll go and watch it on TLC then. And hopefully it'll drive more traffic that way. So it's all about the marketing, it's all about what happens next. The news is brilliant, and thank you, Jay Richardson, for writing that article. This has been Inside the Panel Shows. Welcome to 2026. Bye-bye.